Hi, I'm Diane Klein, and I'm a docent at the Toledo Museum of Art. And I'm very excited to have you meet our new acquisition. The title of this sculpture is Strange Little Girl number 7. She's done by glass artist Silvia Levenson, who is still a living artist and a working artist in Italy today. The glass is not blown. It is made in a kiln, in a model that she has created. And we'll talk a little bit more about her today. I hope you have some questions and some reflections to make upon this piece. If you do, just jump right in and we'll take a look. We need to look at her, though, very carefully and a little bit more slowly than usual before we can make our speculations. So let's start at the bottom and take a look at her. First, you notice that she is flat-footed on a metal stand painted black. In fact, all of her is black. Then we have her little boots. These are rubber boots, rain boots, like children wear today. And just yesterday, there were a lot of school children in, and one little girl had on pink rubber boots, just like this. Notice the little decorations or attaching pieces here at the end. And then you'll notice she's standing in a very childlike position. If you look at her legs, you'll see she's just slightly knock-kneed. And like most children her age, around 3 or 4, you'll notice her stockings are bunched at the knees. See the wrinkles? That Silvia Levenson managed to capture that detail, that small detail of childhood, even in a cast glass piece. Then you'll notice that Silvia Levenson uses mixed media as well as her glasswork. This little dress that she has on Strange Little Girl is hand sewn by Silvia. It has tulle like a tutu. It has sequins, if you can see the sparkle from the top. And then you'll see strapped onto her back are wings. So then we will take a look at the head. The head is all smooth, except you can see places where the feathers would come in. And the feathers on her wings, you'll see, are like feathers of a fledgling bird. You have the fully developed feathers and the little fluff on top. And so we have a fledgling bird girl as well as fledgling wings here too. So what in the world did Silvia Levenson intend when she made this half-girl, half-bird figure? Well, there are a whole series of these. And Silvia Levenson said that when she was a young girl, she read all the Greek mythology and stories, the stories of the centaurs, half human beings, half animals. And her own biography is one that is very interesting. It could be a book thriller. For instance, Silvia's forebears fled from Russia. They were of Russian Jewish origins, and they immigrated to Argentina. And in Argentina, what they thought they would find would be safety. But as Silvia was growing up, there was a military coup, and a military dictator took over. And the government was very oppressive. And what we don't know is that I think so many of us in the United States don't know about is that over 30,000 people during the time of 1976 to 1983 were disappeared. And many of these were young women with children or who were pregnant with children. And those children and those babies were sent up for adoption. Their identities were erased, and their mothers were murdered. So Silvia Levenson went into hiding for 3 years until finally she, her husband, and her 2 children managed to flee and ended up in Italy, a full circle of forced immigration. So we have lots of other things that happen. We have Silvia Levenson, half bird, half girl, very mythic. The crow or the raven often is a trickster bird. Childhood is often a time where we don't know what is real and what is fantasy. And I think that shows this very well. Also, this is a socio-political statement, one of forced immigration and the dispersion of cultures that Silvia Levenson took. But she takes her themes, her personal life stories, and makes them universal. Even the glass is a dual nature, a paradox, both smooth and yet, if shattered, can be harmful to people. So if you have any questions or comments, be sure to ask, because you have to see her in person. Come visit if you can, and meet strange little girl number 7.